My name is Bunchuay-Peth. I'm a geographer here at the University of Innsbruck, and in this video abstract I would like to give you a quick insight into a paper which I recently published together with my co-author Patrick Saktaporak from Vienna University. The title of the paper is "When the Origin Becomes the Destination, Lost Remittances and Social Resilience of Returned Labor Migrants in Thailand." We wrote this paper because we had the impression that there seemed to be a new enthusiasm about the role of migration in development, and in particular the role of social remittances has been addressed in the recent debate. At the same time, there is also this criticism in the debate that very often this relationship between social remittances and development or social resilience is rather implicit and rather assumed than really demonstrated through empirical case studies. So in this paper, we wanted to scrutinize this relationship, and we did so by looking at international labor migration from Thailand based on 8-month empirical research. It was a multi-sited approach, so we started in the places of origin, followed the migration trajectories through different places, important migration hubs, to destination place. In particular, we were looking here at the case of Singapore. One of the main questions we were raising during this research was how social remittances are actually transferred. Especially with social remittances, it takes much more than just having an idea or talking on the phone about this idea, or even having maybe a specific plan. This does not automatically mean that then these new ideas, new practices, livelihood ideas and so on are really set into place. So we wanted to learn a bit more about this. What we actually found is that a lot of social remittances are lost. They are lost in a sense that they are not really useful, or people are not really able to use, for example, new skills, new ideas, new knowledge they gained during migration when they return back home. And we found out that actually in this regard it is quite important to look at the translocal setting. It is not enough just to look at the situation at the place of origin or at the situation at the destination places. We really need to understand these translocal connections, these translocal ties, because they widely influence in how far social remittances can be used. The preconditions for social remittances in the case of Thai labor migrants are quite good, because Thai migrant workers are going all over the world through very different migration systems, and they work in very different settings. They work on farms, they work in factories, they work on construction sites, in restaurants, on fishing boats, but also in shipyards and many different other places. So they are confronted with a lot of different ways of doing, a lot of different social practices. They're confronted with new languages, with new mindsets and so on. So one could think, okay, yeah, they are really exposed to these very different practices and ways of doing. But the context at the place of origin where they come from is also quite detached and different from what they experience abroad. So it's not just enough to gather new knowledge and new ideas and then they will be somehow automatically be transferred to the place where they come from. In this paper we talk about these barriers to social remittances. We talk about the question why it's not enough to acquire these new skills. So if you're interested in this topic and if you want to know more, read the paper. And we would also be quite happy if other authors and scholars would share their experiences with regard to the question of social remittances and how they impact social resilience. And we are looking forward to hearing from you.